your toesies with this offer the last few days. We're not even letting you go home. This has been so popular. He was in David's show on Sunday, and tons of these flew out. Like we were thinking like 8,000 or something were gone. And this is the genuine Le Creuset that you know from France since 90 years ago?
1925.
1925.
That's right. 93 years.
And so I want you to know, if you're new to shopping with us, that this is not a Le Creuset wannabe, because you're probably looking at that price and thinking, what in the world can you get from Le Creuset for under $100? I've never seen anything, let alone a whole pan. So yes, it is the genuine. We have a great relationship with Le Creuset, and so we're able to bring you a really good price on this super popular size, which is the 2 3/4 quart cast iron Dutch oven. So we have lots of colors. I'm going to show you those first. A lot of them you can only get at QVC. And I also want to mention that this is a fantastic gift. So if you want to order it now, stash it for the holidays, or send it right to someone who might be a newlywed, or maybe they're getting their first apartment.
That's right.
This is a great first Le Creuset pan to start with, and also makes a great gift. So we have 5 payments of $20 today. Let me take you through the colors. And if I mess these up, Nate,
I'll help you. Don't worry.
You can help me. So cerise is the red, right?
That's correct.
And that's the one on the top. So this, and they're all that gradient color. I just want to show you the lid, how it gets light to dark. They're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful new handles and 2 helper handles on the side. So there's the cerise. We also have marine, which is this one, I think.
That's correct.
Okay. And then we also have flame, which is the orange. We'll go around in a circle. There's the flame. Then we have the cassis, which is the purple. Then we have the Caribbean, which is that light teal shade. And then coming up here, we have Marseille, which is a nice bright blue. So choose the one that you'd like. 5 payments of $20. It's a special sale price. This exact same pot at Le Creuset costs $250 for the exact same thing. So you're saving, wow, $150 here by picking it up from QVC.
That's right.
So get it, as David would say. Okay, so Nate, what are you cooking up over here for?
So we're making a beautiful pork ragu, and this is something that cast iron is really known for. Now, this pot is a great capacity. It's big enough to feed a family of 4 or 6, but it's not so big that you can't move it around the stove or take it to the oven, because this is oven safe for the broiler. And so we're developing this beautiful rich stew here. And the first thing about cast iron that you always want to know is that the heat retention is unlike any other material out there. So you can see this beautiful pork right here, how brown and delicious we got that. That's because the pan stayed hot when we put the food in there. It doesn't scorch, and it's developing all this beautiful brown flavor on the bottom of the pan. You can see we've got some carrots and onions in there too. I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato, and then I'm gonna deglaze with some white wine, and you're gonna see all of that beautiful fond that's on the bottom of the pan just disappear into your stew.
So not only do you add flavor to your food that way, but it makes your pan so easy to clean.
Yeah, just look how that comes off right there. So the cast iron develops that brown flavor, and then our proprietary enamel, which really sets us apart from any other cast iron cookware out there. It's easy to use, easy to maintain, and it just releases all of that beautiful flavor into your soup, to your stew, and then you don't have to worry about cleaning it out. You get to eat it. It's delicious.
So 200 just ordered, adding to the over 8,000 ordered over the weekend. Let's talk about how these are made, because they've been made the exact same way for over 90 years in France. Take a look at this.
That's right. And this is the one thing I always want to tell you about any piece of Le Creuset. You're buying the hallmark of iconic cast iron cookware, made in France since 1925 in the same factory. There it is. I love going to visit. You just saw those individual black sand molds being broken apart. These really are one-of-a-kind pieces, because each mold is broken apart to retrieve it.
Wow.
It goes through multiple coats of enamel. You can see here's the interior ground coat that goes all over, then that beautiful, beautiful color on the outside in multiple graded colors. And it gets baked in this oven at unbelievable temperatures and bonds to the cast iron. That's why it's so durable, that's why it's so beautiful, and that's why we stand behind it with a lifetime warranty, because these pots can create food and memories for a lifetime.
And the orange box you're receiving is the authentic Le Creuset box, which maybe Nate might have packed himself.
You might get one that I packed or hugged or something like that.
So let me show you your choices over here. And P.S., if you are sending this as a gift, it will arrive in the Le Creuset orange box. So No surprises there, but who's not going to love to see that box when they open up their package? The colors, again, that we have for you today include the cerise, which is red. That's the one I collect. Then over here, we have it for you in what we call marine, which is a blue that's got a bit of that darker, almost like a navy tone to it. Then jumping over to this other blue that's right next to it, this one's called Marseille. This is more of a bright royal blue, if you will, one of those primary colors. Then jumping down to the front of that, we have the aqua shade, which we're calling Caribbean. And I think that is our most limited. Then next to that is Cassis, which is purple. And then next to that is the original Le Creuset color, which is the orange flame. So stay in the ordering process for the one that you'd like. This is a great buy. These are $250 pots for this exact same thing if you go to lecreuset.com. Same thing, $250. Our price today is $99 and change. So it's under $100 for ours. And you can get that split into 5 easy payments of a $20 bill.
Wow. And the other thing I want to say here now, we've developed this flavor in this stew. We talked about developing the flavor, releasing it. The third thing here, you can see this precision rim on all of our cast iron lids. It's milled with this lip right here, and that is incredibly hard to do in a perfect circle every time, but that locks the moisture in. The cast iron is going to heat from the top of the lid as well and create this little sauna of steam and flavor in there, and that's what gives you the tender results from a slow braise or a stew. And again, with this stainless steel knob, these are oven safe to any temperature. So you don't have to worry about that. And then, thank you very much. They're so beautiful. You take it right to the table to serve because you don't have to put it in a serving dish. Not only is it beautiful, but it retains the heat.
Yeah, so it stays nice and warm if you have people coming and going and arriving late for dinner or eating at different times. It's great. Also, easy to clean. And don't forget, this is so perfectly made and withstands such great heat temperatures because it is cast iron. You can even use this out at a barbecue if you wanted to.
Absolutely. Put this on your gas grill, put your beans or your side dish.
And it works on any type of cooktop.
Absolutely. Gas, induction, electric, anything. This will go anywhere. Broiler safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe. You can see right there. This is really, really durable cookware because we've mastered the enamel process and we've been doing it for so long. We stand behind it with that lifetime warranty.
I wanted to mention they're very easy to clean, but if you should ever need a special cleaner, we have one made by Le Creuset, and it is your enameled cast iron cleaner. You can ask about that on QVC.com. It is available, and we recommend if you're going to clean your pot other than just wiping it out, which you probably will do most of the time, that's the cleaner you should use. Okay, so what's going on next?
So you can see the versatility here that we've got going on. We've got the slow braised stew. We've got chili going on here. You know, it's hard to think that it's almost football season already.
I know, right?
But I love the chili. You can just put that on the back of your stove on low and it'll stay nice and warm the entire day, just bubbling away. And the best thing about this is you sear your meat right in the same pan to develop that flavor, and it's one pan.
I like that it's one pan cooking because you can do all these things you're showing us, these stews and chilies and soups.
Absolutely.
You sear the meat first. You might need to remove a little of the fat if you want to, but other than that, you just keep adding ingredients.
That's absolutely right, and you build the flavor that way. I love the way you talked about that, adding the ingredients, your meat, your veggies. Here's something else I love doing in cast iron, deep frying. This is one of the recipes that's in the recipe booklet that comes with this, 16 full color recipes that come along with this. Deep frying in this, it looks like a shallow vessel, but it's got enough room for this. And cast iron's great for that because it retains the heat of the oil.
Right.
It doesn't cool down. You don't end up with soggy fritters.
Or greasy food.
Oh, exactly. And who, I mean, you know, I love fried food, but of course, you try not to eat it all the time, but you want to make it worth it. You want to be crispy and delicious.
Right, and that's exactly what heat retention will do, and that's why you need cast iron if you're going to deep fry in a pot like this. Look how quickly.
You can see golden brown delicious already. They'll cook all the way through without burning on the outside, and that's only because the cast iron maintains that oil temperature.
Nate, let's talk about the enameling process because Grandma's cast iron didn't have enamel on it, and it needed to be treated, and it needed to be cleaned in a special way. You couldn't get it wet or let it sit in water. The enamel kind of ended that whole issue.
So you don't have to worry about the cast iron reacting with anything. Typical raw cast iron, there's moisture in the air that can get in and rust and pit it. This enamel is fully sealed. Even the rim that you see here where the color and the interior enamel, that's coated too. Nothing is going to get in here, no moisture, no air contact. It's not going to oxidize, and that's because our enameling process is done in so many steps, and we've been doing it for so long that it's just durable, it's beautiful, and it provides easy to use cooking properties, which is just the best. It's the trifecta.
And I think that's why everyone has known cast iron is a great cooking vessel to have at least one of in your cooking arsenal, but because you thought it had to be pre-seasoned and you weren't sure how to clean it, and it's heavy and it's hard to clean, all of that, you may have avoided getting cast iron. If you have not purchased any cast iron in a while, this is the best brand. And this is the best piece to start with. Wow, what did you do there?
This is a deep dish stuffed pizza with crust on the top and the bottom. I'll pop this out in a minute.
Yum.
But this is what they bake the deep dish pies in Chicago in cast iron pans. So you get a beautiful crisp crust on the bottom, but it cooks all the way through because of that heat retention. I love the versatility of these pans. You really can do anything in this.
Oh my gosh, I'm spying a couple of other dirty things that you put down there.
A large brownie with some cookie butter swirled in.
Maybe our camera can show. And did you do cornbread? Because that's like the quintessential thing to cook in a cast iron.
It really is. This brownie cake is one of the recipes that's included in the recipe booklet
yummy.
too. I love this because I love the hard, chewy parts of the brownies. So right there where it touches the cast iron, you get that, and then right in the middle, it's so nice and moist and cooked all the way through. And then cornbread, quintessentially cooked in cast iron, just like this, baked all the way through. And look at how easy that releases right from the pan. And you can see what we were doing earlier before we started. I just ran my finger right through that and it came off. Just my finger. No towel, no soap. It's so easy to clean and it makes such delicious food.
So you're getting the pan, and I just want to show you again the recipe book that comes with it. Has all of these great full color recipes, easy to get started with your new pan, and soon you'll be trying all of your other recipes in this pan as well. I love having these sit out on top of my stovetop all the time, because just like my spurtles are my utensil of choice, these Le Creuset pots are my pot of choice, because food just, for lack of a better description, tastes better. Any food you make in a pan tastes better when it comes out of a Le Creuset pan. There's just something about the way that it cooks.
There really is something about it. And it's a couple different things. One, the heat retention in the enamel really, really give you that performance cooking, but it just looks so good and you feel so confident when you're cooking with it because it's so easy.
So we're showing a video now of how the enamel is applied.
And you can see multiple coats. So that base coat goes everywhere, even on the rims and everything. So you're already sealed. Then the interior enamel for the easy release. Then the first coat of color, and then the darker coat of graded color on top of that. And then that's what goes in the oven at unbelievable temperatures to bond that enamel. This is not just sprayed on paint, folks. This is actually bonded to the cast iron.
And these pans don't start looking old and used up after a couple months. Even if you use them every day, they stay looking brand new. That's how durable they are. They don't get burn marks on the bottom and all those things that you've had issues with. Maybe the interior of your pan stays nice, but the exterior starts to look yucky after a while and scratched up. You'll never have that issue with these these are lifetime pans. These are family heirloom pans. So I want to show one more time before we go to the colors, the different cooktops we can use these on. Can we do that, Frank? Here they come.
So, and this is why I love this, because it's so versatile. It works on gas, it works on electric, it works on the ceramic flat glass top, it works on the old Radiant Ring electric, induction, it's oven safe, broiler safe, dishwasher safe. And that's why I love it. If you're buying this as your first piece of Le Creuset, you can do almost anything with it, so it's so versatile.
And a goof-proof, really. If you're a brand new cook, this is great for a newlywed or someone who's not done a lot of cooking, maybe someone who just graduated college, has their first apartment. This is something they will keep with them their entire life.
It really is, and it'll make them a more confident cook, so they will try more, the food will taste better. And if you already have a piece, this is a great complement to our larger ovens. It's a great complement to our grill pans because it can do so much. I know you said you leave this out on your stove.
I do.
I have a similar 2-quart size at home that's always out. I've got a family of 4 at home with 2 little girls. I love to cook on this, and it just sits out, and they love to help. They'll pull a chair right up to the side.
Oh my gosh.
Right in it with me.
All right, here's the colors one more time, and don't forget it comes in this iconic Le Creuset orange box because it's the real thing for under $100. $250 at lecreuset.com. Cerise is the red. This one is the marine, which is kind of a navy. Here is the brighter blue, which is called Marseille. The turquoise one is our Caribbean. That's the most limited. Cassis is the purple, and then the flame is the orange. So choose the one that you'd like. Choose some as gifts. we've got a great price, which is a special sale price for a limited time. Nate, we'll be back tonight with David at 8 o'clock. I'll see you then. Thanks
you.
so much.
All right, thanks,
You're the
Caroline.
best, my
Good to
friend.
see you.
Okay, speaking of David Venable, he's going to be coming up next with his new cookbook, but we also have Tara Tesher in the show